Gonna let people know I'm live, so just give me a second real quick. I'm just gonna go ahead and set myself up. How's everyone doing tonight? This is LC Muscles 28 back in with a brand new live stream. Just not gonna be too long, but you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and just give my quick thoughts on just a few things going on today. With two big tournaments starting this weekend, I just wanted to give my thoughts and predictions and pretty much just talk about sports stuff in general, just because realistically I was not able to talk about the majority of sports stuff on last Wednesday just because it was way too packed and we just had the football season and everything pretty much just that football schedule pretty much just coming out and just making everything crazy. It was just a big ass weekend, so I just figure I'm going to go ahead and go live and just talk about a few quick things. I'll be talking about the NHL playoffs in just a bit, but the first thing I want to talk about is the 2021 Lacrosse National Championship for Division One, the bracket, which actually I'm really happy about because I'm so glad they have this tournament. It's one of my favorite sports tournaments in all sports with Division One men's lacrosse first round. I pretty much had predicted a majority of the team my picks right. I went 7 for 8 my first round, and I could still go in and tell you the one I got wrong was Georgetown Syracuse. I thought Syracuse was going to show up, but Georgetown unfortunately just crushed them. But hey, I'm excited to see how good this the second round will be next weekend. But yeah, pretty much the first round, really good first round with some really good games, including the game I just got done watching before I came on live, which was Loyola and Denver, which literally came down to the last shot as well. What's up, Bills Mafia? Dash, how you doing? Anyone else tuning in? Welcome, welcome. I know we couldn't cover too much in the sports realm last week just because it was just absolutely crazy in general, just because of all the NFL schedule. Man. What can I talk about though for tonight though? Division 1 men's lacrosse. I'm going to go through each game and just go through my thoughts on it just because I watch a majority of them. North Carolina Monmouth. Yeah, this was an absolute blowout. I don't think anyone It was just an absolute blowout. Number 1 seed North Carolina. I didn't expect them. I expected them to win convincingly. Lehigh, Rutgers. I'm glad Rutgers won. Rutgers, their first win in the March Madness. I mean, first win in the lacrosse tournament for a while. I'm glad they got the win over Lehigh. I did figure it was a toss, but I did pick Rutgers. I thought they were going to get their first win. Georgetown, Syracuse. No one thought that Syracuse was going to completely fold under pressure in the tournament. They lost everyone. I'll talk about that game in a little bit. Virginia Bryant was a pretty good game as well. Bryant kept it in pretty well. Virginia was just too much for them to handle. Maryland, Vermont was close for a little bit, but for Maryland's just a stronger team. Notre Dame, Drexel. Notre Dame actually surprisingly did not look that good, unfortunately. It looked pretty weak against Drexel. Then we got Denver and Loyola, Maryland. That was the best game all weekend. It was a fantastic game. Went back and forth. I just got done watching it. Fantastic game. I was just watching it, and literally the last second of the game, there was a shot that went in. Like they thought it was going to go in. The goalkeeper made a great save. Great job, Loyola Maryland, for winning that game over Denver. And Duke and High Point. High Point tried to do what they could, but Duke was just too powerful. Now I'll do my rest of my preview for you guys since I actually have it now. So, okay, I didn't even watch Backlash. I don't even know what's going on with wrestling after WrestleMania. I stopped like realistically following. I don't follow what's going on, especially with what happened with the Fiend, which was bullshit. So, but I understand why Bray needs to recover though. So, but to preview the rest of the games going forward, I'll give you my predictions. North Carolina Rutgers is going to be a fantastic game. I think that is the one of the late games because I think there's two games in Indiana because the first game is Loyola Duke. I mean, actually, no, that's the second game. So the first of the two games, but there's two games Saturday, and two games Sunday. North Carolina Rutgers is going to be a fantastic game. I'm excited to see how good this game will be. Rutgers is going to provide some great goaltending matchup against North Carolina, but the problem is North Carolina's offense isn't too dang good right now. They have a lot of good offensive weapons, though. I think North Carolina will barely win over Rutgers. I'd love to see Rutgers get the upset, but North Carolina, I think, should win. The other one is Georgetown and Virginia. For me, Virginia just looked just didn't look that dominant against Bryant. Bryant had a really good game plan. Georgetown's offense has been absolutely wild. I watched the Big East Championship. Georgetown's just got a really good team. I just thought Syracuse just had too many good players on offense to like barely upset Georgetown. But Georgetown winning that convincing over Syracuse, I think they could definitely beat Virginia as well. So I think Georgetown will win and play North Carolina in the semifinals. Next up is Maryland, Notre Dame. Notre Dame looking really disappointing their first round, but this is going to be having to play in Notre Dame. It will actually be in Notre Dame because Maryland is going there, even though Maryland's the higher seed. This will be interesting to say the least, but Maryland just dominating Vermont today just looks really good for them. And Notre Dame does have one of the best defenses in the league, but the problem is, though, Maryland's got too many players on offense that could combat it, especially with the possible Toronto Trophy winner, who is like pretty much the Heisman of lacrosse, Jared Bernhardt. So yeah, I think Maryland will win convincingly over Notre Dame. And then Loyola and Duke. I just got done watching Loyola. Loyola's got a great amount of players, but Duke is too good with their offense. Their offense is extremely strong on both ends of the game. I think that Duke is going to win, though. So you'll see Maryland and Duke and North Carolina and Georgetown as the final four. If I had to pick between those, man, that would be tough, though. I probably would personally want to see a North Carolina versus Duke rematch for the national championship, just because that would be the top matchup, and it is on Memorial Day, which I always love watching the national championship on Memorial Day. North Carolina Duke would be an absolutely fantastic matchup for college lacrosse. They had a great game early on in Duke, and they had a pretty competitive game in North Carolina. They both shared the ACC's top seed. It's going to be. I would love to see a third matchup between those two. I think Georgetown can give North Carolina for the run for their money, but that's my pretty much matchup is going to be North Carolina versus Duke. If I had to pick a winner, I'd probably say Duke, realistically. I think Duke could probably beat North Carolina. I think North Carolina, one of their only losses was to Duke. So give me North Carolina, unfortunately, to lose to Duke in the national championship game. Now in the NHL things are interesting right now. Dodgers lost tomorrow but won the series. All right, that's not too bad. Cardinals, I don't want them to get swept. Like right now, we're losing the series against the Padres, and they're up right now. It's not a good sign. We usually need to get 2 runs in the ninth, but it doesn't look good for us. The good thing is, though, the Cardinals can rebound, though. Even though the Brewers didn't look good in their games, the Cardinals can still rebound. It's just playing against the Padres is going to be a tough test, but we play the Pirates next 3 games. Actually, we play 2 games against the Pirates on Tuesday and Wednesday, so we're off. Monday and Thursday we're off. That'll actually help us out. Then we got the Chicago Cubs at home, so that'll actually be. And we also get Sunday Night Baseball once again in St. Louis, which actually will be nice. So 2 Sunday night games in a row. I'm excited to see that for the Cardinals. They're 1 game behind the Giants for best team in the National League, but still, they're one of the top teams. Just the Padres just had a good series, though, against us right now. They're playing really well. So then in the NHL, the playoffs just started on Saturday. So far, they had 2 overtime games so far and had some good games. Pittsburgh, unfortunately, lost in overtime. Boston lost in overtime. Minnesota won in regulation. It was the first regulation game. They won 1-0 over Vegas, which completely surprised everyone. Did go into overtime. So it's 3 overtime games, and there might be a 4th overtime game to start the entire Stanley Cup playoffs, which is insane. Because Panthers and Lightning right now are tied at 4. And then you have the meaningless game, Calgary and Vancouver, which is meaningless. They're playing 3 meaningless games during the freaking goddamn NHL playoffs, which is actually hilarious because every team's played 56 games except for the Flames and the Vancouver Canucks. So that's funny, though. I will say that pretty much you had 2 overtime games. You had an overtime game yesterday, and now you get Boston and Washington again, Predators, Hurricanes, and Blues, Avalanche next couple of days. Then you got Tuesday, which is the next Penguins game. So Penguins need a freaking rebound. We had a great game. Unfortunately, just the Islanders just had a better defense than us in the third period and overtime. But hey, the series is still very young, though. I still think that it's far from over. So realistically, I can still get my playoffs because there's still many games left. I'm going to say, though, for the playoffs, I'm going to make my predictions right now of who I think will win in each series personally. Yeah, 3 overtime. Yeah, it's insane. And there's going to be the 4th game, which actually is crazy. That'll go into overtime. So the first 4 games this year could be going to overtime. End of the 8th inning. So personally, my predictions for the Stanley Cup playoffs are going to be this. Colorado and St. Louis, I think Colorado wins in 5. I just think their offense is just too dang good. And the only question I have would be their goaltending for Colorado. I still think that they have a great amount of healthy players. St. Louis, though, I just don't think has enough, though. I'm going to say Colorado wins in 6. Vegas and Minnesota, both teams just did not look that good, unfortunately, today until the very end where Minnesota won in overtime. But I still think that Minnesota and Vegas are going to have a good series. I think Vegas will probably win in 6 as well. I think Vegas is overall just a bit better than Minnesota, but Minnesota has a team that you can't sleep on. That's for sure. Then in the North, because it'll be the East versus and the Central and the West and the North on the other side. In the North, you have Toronto and Montreal, which actually starts tomorrow night. Wait, no, it starts Tuesday night, which is wait, no. Hold on. Wait, is their first game not until Thursday? Yeah, their first game is not until Thursday for the North playoffs. Like At the North, their playoffs don't start till Thursday. That's brutal. Toronto and Montreal, though, it's an interesting series to say the least, but I think that Toronto, I just think, will be the better team in the end. Even though the Canadiens, you can't count them out, I think that Toronto's just a little bit better. I'm going to say Toronto wins in 5 games, to say the least. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's the last day of the regular season because of Vancouver and freaking Calgary, which is stupid. Edmonton and Winnipeg. Winnipeg will definitely compete, that's for sure. And they can provide a much better team. But the problem is, though, how is Edmonton's defense going to be? Are they going to show up? Or are they just going to be dominant? Because Mike Smith can have a good ass run in him. Mike Smith is really good for a really good goaltender when he's hot. So I like Edmonton the series in 7. I think it will be very close, but I think that Edmonton is just a little bit better. Then you have Calgary and Nashville. Nashville barely getting in, but I just think Carolina overall just has the best overall roster in regards to like playoff teams. So I think Carolina would win this series. I think they'll probably win in 5 games. I think Nashville gets 1. Carolina's just too good overall. Then you have the Panthers and the Lightning. It's gonna be a tough series, man. I know I'd like to see the Panthers win the series and take out the defending Stanley Cup champions, but Tampa Bay, I don't know if they're going to be 100% healthy in this series. I think this will go 7 games, but I think Tampa Bay will just be barely good enough to win the series, and they move on. Washington, Boston. I'm picking Washington in 7. I think this is another series that goes the distance. Boston's not going to give up easily. They're a very physical team. But Washington right now just has too many more experienced players compared to Boston. Boston's more of a younger team, so give me Washington to move on. And then Pittsburgh and New York Islanders. If Pittsburgh defense actually shows up, they'll win this series convincingly. But New York Islanders, they know how to play a good team overall. But I just think that the Islanders pretty much got a fluky win. They had a really good show. But the good thing is, though, the Penguins are going to get their revenge. They're going to get their revenge on Tuesday, and they're going to come back. I think that the Penguins will win in 6 games, realistically. Can't wait to see the Leafs get first rounded again. Oh, my God. Wow, that's embarrassing. I would love to see that just for all the memes. But, my God, it'd be hilarious, to say the least. Well, I forgot about Major League Soccer. What's going on in Major League Soccer Day? Since Dashy said. Oh, yeah, he lost to Miami FC. Damn, Inter Miami. Shit. I'm trying to see how Orlando is doing. I know I did my bracket with some Montreal too, but Habs in 6. Wow. Trust me, I don't want either of these teams to win. So Orlando won today in DC against at DC United 1-0. So they drew 3 games and they have 2 wins. So they're 2-3 and they're 2-3 right now. They're just being DC United tonight 1-0. So Orlando City still has not lost yet in regulation. Meanwhile, the only other team that has lost in the only other team would be Nashville. So Nashville and Orlando are the only teams that have not lost in regulation, other than Seattle as well in the Western Division. But still, Orlando City's continuing to get some good wins, though. So happy Orlando City's winning. But let's continue on. If I have Penguins and Capitals, I got to go with the history here. Penguins know how to play the Capitals in the playoffs. Crosby's won almost every matchup they played. They have only lost once when the Capitals won the Stanley Cup. I think the Penguins will get the job done and they will win. So give me the Penguins in 6 games over the Capitals. Carolina and Tampa, I think that experience just helps them out. And this is where they'll probably get all their guys healthy again for this series. I don't know why. I like Tampa Bay to move on to I think they will probably beat the Carolina Hurricanes in 7 games. I think it'll be a very close series, but I think Carolina can definitely be the team to beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, though. But Tampa going back-to-back 7-game series is going to hurt them down the road. Toronto and Edmonton, I honestly cannot trust Toronto right now, just with the overall fact that they could choke. Edmonton just has better talent overall. I think Edmonton will have a good run with Mike Smith, and I think they'll beat Toronto in 6 games. And then you have Vegas and Colorado. Man, this would be a tough series to pick. Colorado has all the talent on offense and defense, but Vegas just has the more experienced goaltending. And I think that Vegas is going to get the job done at the very end. So give me Vegas to win in 7 games. I think they will get the very good job on that one. Then you would have the finals between the West and North would be Edmonton and Vegas, and then Pittsburgh and Tampa. I think Pittsburgh would end up being Tampa. I think Tampa would be too tired out from playing back-to-back 7-game series, while Pittsburgh gained a little bit of rest. I think that they just can have the talent to beat Tampa. So give me Pittsburgh to beat Tampa in 6 games once again, because they beat Tampa before. So give me Pittsburgh again, and then Vegas and Edmonton. I think Vegas is going to get a big win. I think they'll definitely beat Edmonton. I would love to see a McDavid Crosby final, but I just think Vegas is on a run this year. They're on a mission to get back to the Stanley Cup final, and they will do it. Vegas beats Edmonton in 7 games. Then you have Pittsburgh and Vegas in the Stanley Cup final. That's my prediction right now. Then Pittsburgh, they get games on NBC Sports Network, NBC. That would be good. So they at least need to get 5 games. I think Pittsburgh, if they can get a good win in game 2, I think they can definitely get back to it, because Pittsburgh needs to win realistically. They need to win. Oh, God. What's up, Brandon Raj? How you doing, man? Thanks for tuning in. We'll see how these playoffs go. I'm excited to see how both playoffs will be in general. The college lacrosse one I love personally just because of my favorite thing, especially on Memorial Day, specifically watching the national championship. I would do it every single year, even though last year didn't have it. Just like basketball this year. I'm expecting a good game. I'm expecting North Carolina Duke there. For my NHL playoffs, I'm expecting Pittsburgh and Vegas. Marc-Andre Fleury versus his former team. I would love that as well. Baseball, there's still plenty of time left in the baseball season, man. There's still plenty of time left. So the good thing is it's too early to tell who will be good, but the Cardinals, Giants right now looking really good in the National League. The Padres looking good in the National League. Even though the Cardinals had a tough series against the Padres, hey, I'll give the Padres credit. They're a really good team this year. But the good thing is the Cardinals should rebound nicely and probably should sweep the Pirates and the Cubs. I'm pretty much hoping we're going to do both. Yeah, because next Sunday, Cubs and Cardinals. There you go. So trailer for that. I'm excited. I can't wait to beat up the scrubs. I can't wait, man. If there's any other stuff for any other Major League Soccer, Orlando City's doing good. Basketball, I don't give a shit about because I don't care about basketball. Because even though people are like, oh, what about the NBA playoffs? I don't care. NBA lost my interest after last year. I'm sorry. I don't give a shit about the playoffs. If you want me to say who the hell is in the playoffs, fine, I will. But I really am not into it as well. I'm just going to say the Eastern Conference, Philadelphia's the number 1 seed. Brooklyn's number 2. Milwaukee's 3. New York Knicks are 4. Atlanta Hawks are 5. Miami Heat are 6. And the play-in teams are the Boston Celtics, Washington Wizards, Indiana Pacers, and the Charlotte Hornets. Interesting. I'm surprised New York and Atlanta are doing good this year. But I don't follow base basketball, so I really don't care. Utah, the number 1 team overall in the league, with Utah being number 1 team, along with Phoenix being the second overall best team. Denver, the Clippers, Mavericks, Trailblazers, and then the play-in teams: Lakers, Golden State Warriors, Memphis Grizzlies, and San Antonio Spurs. If I still rooted for any team realistically, if I still had a say in NBA, I would probably want the Sixers to win the title this year, but I really don't follow basketball anymore. So I'm sorry, I don't care. And I wanted to wait to do this live stream because I know a lot of people are probably tuning into the Master of Work stream on EDP. I heard about that stream. I'm gonna watch it probably tonight or tomorrow once I'm done this stream. I didn't want this stream to go on too long, but that's pretty much it. There really isn't too much else. If you guys want me to talk about anything specific, I can for a little bit for the next few minutes, but I'm probably gonna call it quits at 30 minutes, like 20 next 5 minutes or so. I'm probably gonna call it quits. And the Cardinals are one strike away from getting swept. No, 2 strikes away from getting swept by the Padres. Damn it. That stinks. But we need the rest. We got the Pirates and the Scrubs next two series. We should rebound pretty much very well. I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried about the Penguins right now. I'm not too worried about the Cardinals right now. We still got plenty of time. The baseball season still got so much longer to go. Got the Pirates, Scrubs, then the White Sox after that, and at the Diamondbacks. Interesting. So that'll be interesting to say at least. Those 2 series after the Pirates and the Scrubs. So Padres, though, good team overall. Though they deserve to win tonight. We did not have a good game, but hey, nothing to do about that. Mostly nothing to do. I'm glad Orlando won today when they score. Oh, they score in the 7th minute of the game. Wow, that's insane. And Orlando City got a clean sheet. Nice. But yeah, sorry I haven't been on as much TTC wise and everything. I haven't really been a part of many live streams, or I'm not doing as much content just because of work and just personal stuff going on. But I know I'll probably start doing a few more videos. I don't know if I may have a Steelers schedule prediction video. I may have that out probably. What was I going to say? I'm trying to think of when I was going to have that video. I don't know when, but I know I'm going to have that video out eventually. The good thing is I'm excited for the Steelers schedule this year, man. I'm excited for their schedule. I'm ready to see how good the Steelers do. I actually predicted a few things right. I knew the Browns and Steelers was going to be a Monday night game. I thought it was in Cleveland, though, but they got the Monday night game right. And I knew we were going to have a Monday night game, the last Monday night game of the season. So I predicted that correctly. And I knew we were going to play the Bears on Monday Night Football as well. I did not think we were going to get the Chargers of the Sunday night game, though, and the Vikings, surprising. So I thought it was going to be the Packers, but maybe with Aaron Rodgers gone, they probably wanted to push it to a 4:00 game. I'm not sure. But hey, I'll take what I can get. We got 5 primetime games. This is the second most out of any team. The only 2 teams that have more are the Packers and Cowboys with 6. Surprise, surprise. Jesus Christ, you guys are ridiculous in the comments below. What else is there to talk about? I don't think there's too much else to talk about, so it's about 29 minutes in. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. I just wanted to get my quick thoughts on just a few things out there before anything else. So that's pretty much it for me, guys. No, you cannot, Emperor, you fucking asshole. Crazy Lightning Panthers game. I didn't watch ones. I've been watching Cardinals, Padres, and I was watching the Denver and Loyola lacrosse game. Oh wow, Tampa Bay won the last second. Okay, so they won. They scored the very last minute. When they score, they scored at 18:46. They scored a goal. Wow, that's insane. So 3 overtime games and 1 close overtime game. So Tampa Bay won the first game. But I expect that series to be a really good series, though. So they say at least. I'm happy though that the Panthers are competing in the playoffs. Hopefully they extend that series to 7. But man, that seemed like a good game though. The Tampa Bay Lightning and Panthers game. It seemed like a really good game. Trust me, I know you feel Panthers fans because the Penguins got our hearts broken today in Game 1 as well. But hey, it's a long series. I expect the Panthers and the Penguins to both rebound. That's pretty much what I gotta say about that. So yeah, Johnston, that's pretty much what I gotta say about that. And I'm pretty much gonna call it a night here. I know I'm starting to get really tired. I know had a long day today. I've been golfing. I was golfing earlier today. I was just doing a bunch of other stuff. Just trying to enjoy my Sunday. But with that being said, I just wanted to make this quick little live stream for you guys. Just talk about a few sports things I got going on. My NHL Stanley Cup prediction, my college lacrosse predictions for Division 1. Division 2, I would like to see Tampa win it all because, hey, it's another Florida team. So that'd be nice. I'd like to see that just because I'd like to see Florida teams win national championships for college lacrosse and just lacrosse in general. It's just a little bit better, especially in Tampa. Oh, they lost. Dang it. They lost to Lenore Ryan. Shit, that stinks. That's one of my friend's former alumni, though, is Lenore Ryan. So, yeah, Lenore Ryan, Wingate, and Lemoyne and Mercyhurst. Interesting. Stinks Tampa lost, though. But with that being said, not sure what else there is to talk about, guys. I think that's pretty much going to do it. So, with that being said, guys, thank you all for watching. Let me know in the comments below what else you want me to talk about. I know I don't do too many of these little improv streams often, so if you want me to do another like free-form improv stream, just let me know sometime in the future. With that being said, guys, this is LC Muscles 20 signing out. See you guys later. Stay awesome. Have a great night and have a good one. I'll see you guys on Wednesday for another TTC Hangouts. We'll do another one of those. So with that being said, yep, it'll be on Wednesday. Don't worry. Back to normal schedule. Wednesdays at 9:30. It's the same time every week. And it'll be I don't know if it'll be the same going like for pick'em, painting game pick'ems. Yeah, it'll still happen, but I know I've gotten this request a lot, and I actually want to address this real quick. This actually is thing for painting game pick'em season 7. I think I'm just going to keep it to the main 4, me, Alex, Tiny Tim, and Steel Man, because we all have chemistry with each other. And realistically, if I add more people, the streams are going to go on way too long. The streams are already going on a long time with painting game pick'ems. What I may do though is I may do another stream, like another like I'm trying to think of what I could do for anyone else because I know a lot of people want to join painting game pick'ems. I just don't know if that's gonna be viable to have painting game pick'ems like with more than 4 people. I may have you guys on for shorter, like may have more people on for like the playoffs. That'd probably be more interesting. I think that's just a better option at this point. But right now, for painting game pick'ems, the season 7, I just want to keep it to the main 4 personally. So, yeah, I know I am sorry, but I don't really see another choice other than just having the main 4 on the show. So, if you guys want to do your own painting game, if you want to do your own pick'em streams, that's fine. I may hop in for that. I think that'd be a better idea. Like maybe you guys want to do your own pick'em streams. But for painting game, it's got to stay with the main 4. And maybe sometimes I'll get Gary or Jerome on. I'm going to try and get Gary on for week 1 just because it's Steelers Bills. And I would like to get Jerome on for week 4 because it's Steelers Packers. But otherwise, though, I really don't like having other people, like a lot of other people on, just because it's already tough. Maybe if there's a replacement, maybe if it's like only 2 people, maybe 2 people can't make it, maybe I'll have more people on that can come in. But other than that, that's pretty much what I want to do. So hey, guys, that's going to do it for me. See you guys later. Stay awesome. Have a great night. Just want to make a quick little live stream if I do something like this often. It's not very often I'll do this, but hey, it's good to talk to you guys for at least a little bit, though. Just give my thoughts and stuff. See you guys later. Take it easy.